Great to have with us as our guest at halftime, Greg Zecca, who is the assistant athletic director at Georgia Military College. Greg, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Robert. Thank you for having me today.
Man, it's great to have you. I don't know how many years now we've been communicating, and this is the time of the year where we get reacquainted as we get ready for the football season. So for me and my involvement with you, it's football related, but you got a ton of stuff that you are doing beyond football there at Georgia Military. So take me through a day in the life of times of Greg Zecca when maybe it's not football season.
Well, we were happy to see you this spring as our softball team was wrapping up a pretty good season. So thanks for coming out then. One of my major tasks is fundraising for the college. So I spend a lot of time communicating with our local businesses, reaching out to them, trying to get them to support our program. And we spend some time creating our fundraising crowdfunding campaign, which just kicked off about a week ago. And so that's live right now. And we'd love to have that be supported by our fans. And, we're really hopeful to raise a lot of money for our kids and give them the support they need to reach excellence.
Okay, so tell us more about this particular fundraising project since it is ongoing at this moment in time. How do people get involved that might be watching right now?
So there's a link on our website for our crowdfunding campaign. It's called Release the Dogs. And basically you just go on there and give. It's not very difficult. It's also all over our social media. There's QR codes, and at our football games, we'll have QR codes posted on different venues and different areas of stadium. And so people will be able to scan their phone, donate $5, $10, $100, $5,000, $10,000, whatever they're into.
Now, the funds obviously go into the athletic program. Are there specific things at the moment that it is geared towards, or is it more to fun things that come up?
Each team has the things that has their wish list. For example, our soccer programs want to get one of those VO cameras so they can live stream their games on Robertson Field. But each team has a little bit of different needs. So I'm not aware of what the specific needs are for each, but each are really excited about it. And since we've launched, I'm excited to report that the women's soccer team is in the lead of fundraising right now. And them and softball usually drive it pretty hard. So they're the top two programs right now. But, football with 155 players on their roster this year probably is going to make a run at the top, I would think.
So you got a little competition going on between these programs to see who can raise the most money, which I like that. It helps raise money too.
Absolutely, yeah. And then, for those who aren't familiar with crowdfunding, it's a real social and fun way to do it. Everybody can see what each team is doing on the page. They can see where each team is fundraising-wise, participation-wise. And an important number for us, not only do we want to get a good financial number and have a lot of money raised, but we also want a lot of support. And last year, we were lucky enough to have 60 new donors to the program that have never given anything to the school before. And that's kind of really why we started crowdfunding, is to reach out to those people that, maybe live out of state, maybe grew up as a member of our community, but moved away and have been following the program from a distance. And now they can give too. They just don't have to be here and have a special ask. They can get right involved without us actually ever talking to them. And I prefer to talk to them, but it's cool that they have an avenue to contribute and support the program kind of on their own in sort of a quiet way.
Now, is there an end point for this fundraiser, or is it something that just goes on throughout the course of the year?
It's a month long. So we started on August 12th, and we're going to be ending on September 15th. But you can always give. This program might close officially, but there's always a way to give. And for anybody that wants to give, they can always reach out to me, and I'm just happy to meet with them and have a conversation and talk about specific needs or specific programs. Maybe they want to get involved with our golf tournaments. We have one in the fall and one in the spring. There's just a lot of different ways. We sell signage. We sell ads on this live stream for football. We do a lot of different things. So anybody that wants to give, just have to reach out to me, and we'll make it possible for them to do so.
All right, let's move on to the golf tournament. Since you brought it up, it's coming up in the fall. Give me the specifics.
October 25th at the club at Lake Sinclair. It's $100 per player, 9 a.m. shotgun start, and we provide breakfast and lunch. And it's a lot of fun. our spring tournament, the Lou Cordell tournament, is a real serious event, and it's a lot of money. It's expensive to get into, and we provide a lot of different things for this. This one's a little bit different. It's focused on our friends and alumni. That's why we call it the Alumni and Friends Golf Tournament. And it's really just come on out, play some golf. We'll give you some food, and then get back on campus for the alumni parade, which happens that afternoon, and it's all part of Alumni Weekends. It's really a great event, and we have a lot of fun with it.
All right, where the golf is concerned, is it just about playing golf and obviously contributing to the athletic program there, or do you get to bring some hardware home if you win it?
Exactly. Yeah, we have prizes. We have we haven't collected all the prizes yet. We got a lot of different things. Our bookstore will donate some stuff. There'll be some GMC apparel, and a lot of the local businesses support the program too. So maybe you walk away with a chainsaw from Tractor Supply, or you walk away with a gift card from the Brick or from Pickle Barrel. So a lot of different things happen at that tournament.
All right, we're into football season. It is getting underway this weekend. So I asked you to take me through a day for Greg Zecca, non-football. Take me through game day, because I know you're extremely busy, and I got to infringe on some of that busyness by having you come by and make sure that I'm in the press box. But what all do you handle over the course of a football Saturday?
Oh, basically, I'm in charge of operations. So I'll wake up about 8:30, get to campus about 9, and start setting up all the tables at the front gate, at the back gate, putting the tents up for the teams if needed. And on Saturday, we might need some tents for the players. It's going to be a hot one, like most of our August games are. So I'll do that. I'll greet the visiting team. I'll greet the officials when they come, and the visiting team and officials get here about 10:30. So it's early. The game doesn't start till 1, but a lot of things are happening well before that. Of course, I open up the press box and get you set up in there, which is always fun. It's a bright part of my day, actually. And then run around doing different things. I leave a lot of time blocked for calls, because I never know security is going to call. The cone ice truck needs to get in. Rob might need something, his help, and we want him. While he's the athletic director, we want him focused on the game. So he'll call me with the other stuff that needs to be done, and as a support guy, I'm happy to do that.
Now, when the game ends, is your day over, or is there post-game stuff that you've got to contend with?
There's not too much post-game. A little bit breaking down. It happens at halftime, but post-game, I upload the score, and when we win, I post a score on our social media accounts, and get home pretty quickly. So there's not too much after the game. It'll end. I'll be home by about 5. So another full day of work, and then I get to come back in on Sunday this week for a soccer game. So the fun never ends.
Well, tell us about some of the other sports. I know I get involved with football and softball, but there is soccer. I think there's golf, there's cross country, and more. So tell us about some of the other sports.
Well, I'm excited to be a part of GMC, mostly because of the people. But in addition, we have great programs. We win all the time. I can't remember. I've been here 5 years, and I don't remember our teams ever having a losing record. But I remember tons and tons of regional and conference championships and national championships as well. So I'm excited about that. Our 2 soccer teams are coming off winning their conference championship last year, and advancing to districts. So hopefully they'll get to nationals next year or this year. And so that's pretty exciting. Our golf team is starting their fall season. They're a perennial power and have been in the final 2 for the last 5 years, and then at the national championship tournament with 1 national championship and 4 runner-ups. So they're right there. But Coach Caden believes this might be the year for us to get back on top. He's got a real stacked roster coming in this year. And then cross country, Coach Sherwood's real excited about the team this year and thinks they might make a run at it too. And they won a 3rd place at nationals a couple of years back, and they're pretty excited to get back into that hunt. Their nationals is close this year up in Richmond, Virginia. So maybe if they make it, we can get back up there and see how they do. But we do pretty well. And softball, they came close to a conference championship last year, went as the #1 seed, and they're always right up at the top. So it's just fun to be around winners and people that want to win and people that want to work hard to win. And I think not only our athletic programs, but the school in general, and especially with with our leadership is just geared on producing kids that want to be successful. So, and I think we see that in our athletic department.
Refresh my memory, but it seems like maybe a year, possibly 2 years ago, Georgia Military hosted a national sporting event. Am I remembering correctly? And is that something that could happen again?
It is something that can happen again. We have to bid for it. We hosted the National Cross Country Championship. I want to say it was in 2019 that we did that. Wow. Might have been sooner than that. Could have been 21. Might have been 21. But we are talking about hosting that again. We haven't put in a bid for it, but it was a great experience for us, and we have a great facility out at Council Farms. They really support our program and all the local cross country teams very well. So they enjoyed having us, and we would do it again. Just isn't our time yet. And I know Coach Sherwood and I are kicking that around, and that might happen over the next 3 or 4 years.
Now, where the bid process is concerned, when you do bid, are you bidding for the next year, or are you bidding 3 or 4 years down the road?
It depends on the sport. And I haven't looked at what cross country, how far they're out yet. I think they're set for the next 2 years. So if we did put a bid in, it would be for 2 to 3 years away.
Greg Zecca, very busy, obviously, not just at Georgia Military College, but with the possibility of these national events coming. Always a pleasure to talk with you, and to me, a great way to start the season at halftime, getting inputs, kind of a behind-the-scenes look at what goes on at Georgia Military. Greg, thanks for being our guest today.
Awesome. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate your time, and looking forward to the second half.